beautiful people? This is your girl, Blue Nola. I'm back in the building with another video. I hope all is well in your world. So, this is requested multiple times, even on Instagram. And this is where we got all of our questions from. This is in regards to Remy Ma and the allegations that she is cheating on her husband, Papoose, with this battle rapper called Eazy the Block Captain. Alright? So, this is why we're here. This is what we're going to be doing today. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for coming if you're new. And don't forget to like, comment, and of course, ultimately subscribe to the channel. I'm going to tell you, it took me some time. It took some convincing on my part, on their part, because I was not interested in this story at all, right? I'm just not a huge Remy Ma fan. And I don't feed into the whole narrative around relationships, because no relationship is perfect, right? I think it's beautiful that they've been together for a long time, but no relationship is perfect. And obviously, there's some cracks here, but or else we wouldn't be talking about this situation, right? So, again, allegations on social media, and I believe Tasha K was the one who was kind of leading these rumors, of course, regarding Remy Ma. Now, I saw the Breakfast Club this morning, and you know how they do the rumor report. Oh my God, I wish Angela Yee could still do the rumor report, because Charlemagne literally sits there the entire time just acting so clueless. And it's like, it's nothing worse than watching a show where somebody's supposed to be giving information and they act like they never know what's going on. Fire him, get rid of him, or else get yourself educated. Get into what's going on in your community or your hip hop community. Or get the hell off the show. Like, what in the hell is going on? He never knows nothing. It's so freaking annoying. And I don't know if he thinks it's cute, or maybe he thinks because he's built friendships in the industry that he tries to stay out of the line of fire by saying he doesn't know anything. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's starting to become real annoying. I'm going to put a one in the chat if you feel the same way. Either Charlemagne get on the pot and shit, or he get on out of there. Well, do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always act like he don't never know what's going on. Remember when the Braxtons had this show and Toni Braxton would always pretend like she didn't know nothing? That irritates my entire soul. It really, really does. It just makes you look ignorant. It makes you look unprepared. That's what it does, right? Anyway, let's not get onto a tangent. I digress. I just have to say that, because I'm like, why every time I'm watching this show, the first thing, go and just do 2 weeks of his show, he's always acting like he doesn't even know what he's talking about, or what's being said, or what's out there. Why are you on the Breakfast Club? Get out of here. So anyway, let's get back to, let's ask that question. Why is Charlemagne always clueless? Is it that he doesn't care? Is he not doing his homework? Is it because he's built certain relationships so he doesn't want to seem like he's involved? What is the energy around Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club? Because he really be just that's like me getting on here and just act like I don't know nothing about what's nothing going on. Why am I here? Give me the energy around Charlemagne the God spirit. Why is he on that Breakfast Club with all that clueless foolery, shenanigans? Okay, let's get this one. So the Ten of Pentacles is here in reverse. The Judgment card is here. And then he also has the Seven of Pentacles. I do feel like, to some extent, he knows what's going on. The Judgment card is an aspect that talks about you hear things, you know things. You're not as clueless as you pretend to be. That Ten of Pentacles is a person who doesn't want to affect their relationships or how they're perceived with people. Even in that Seven of Pentacles energy, that could also talk about worry, right? That could talk about worry. That does represent a lack of knowledge. So let's say two things could be true at the same time. Maybe when you see something about somebody that you cool with or you like, you might not read the whole thing. You might just look at the title and not really read the article and just dismiss it. So to me, you have a card of knowledge. You can't tell me you didn't hear at least the rumor. But I can say that there's definitely an aspect here or in here that shows maybe you just gloss over it because of your relationships or how you feel about people. So I don't feel he's completely clueless, but I can also say he may not feed into it or read it. You know, sometimes with people we can be dismissive around the things that we don't find important. But he does it quite often. It's the Seven of Pentacles is here, and that he does it really, really often off it. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people don't like it. All right? That Seven of Pentacles could also be like, a lot of people feel like, like, why is he on the show? Because then you're not knowledgeable. It comes across like you don't care or you're not knowledgeable. And he does have some idea what's going on. You can't tell me you sitting in New York City hearing all this stuff about Remy Ma, who's one of your favorites, and you didn't hear shit about shit. Come on now. So anyway, I know we're starting off the reading. It's just irritated my soul. I just be like, what is going on here? So Spirit, give me the energy around Remy Ma and her husband, Papoose. He also confirmed, or somebody confirmed that they just saw, I think it was him, that they just saw them 2 weeks ago, I believe, at an event or the White House or something like that. So he is telling the truth about that. That Page of Pentacles does come out, and that Page of Pentacles represents, I did see them, and they look fine. That Page of Pentacles is a couple that still have a foundation, still together in some way. So maybe it was a work commitment, maybe it's something they committed to, but he wasn't lying when he said he saw them and they were very much together. It's here in their Page of Pentacles aspect. Give me the energy. Are they having trouble in paradise? Like, listen, 17 years, 27 years, Hugh Jackman, his wife, people don't have problems. The Lover's card is here, along with the Ten of Cups, along with the Empress, and they have the Nine of Swords. There's definitely something happening, all right? So their Lover's card is falling here, right? Their relationship, their union, their connection, trust is here. But then they start to fall into this aspect of having issues. So yeah, he saw them 2 weeks ago, but there's something happening in their household, right? Their household is here, but their household is falling into some energy that represents there's trouble in paradise, if you will. This could represent disputes. This could represent tension. They're still following each other, though. The Empress is here, because I did look to be nosy. The Empress is still here. I've been noticing a lot of couples are not just unfollowing each other right away. Drusilla and her husband, they're in the middle of a divorce and everything, and they still be following each other. I don't know if they're still doing it because I hadn't checked in a minute. But I've been noticing a lot of people are not unfollowing each other to make a big spectacle. But there's definitely something happening with that three. Let's just say that Nine of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and Two of Cups. There's definitely something happening here. That Nine of Swords represents some stress, of course, going on. It talks about the relationship going through a very trying time. The Three of Pentacles is also here too. You could count the Three of Pentacles, in my opinion, as a third party situation going sideways, right? This talks about conflict over people in a group. Also, too, the Two of Cups is here, and this represents tension. So I definitely feel like something is going on. Something is happening. I definitely feel like they're having some challenges, or they've hit a bump in the road as it relates to their relationship. Going from having a Lover's card to the Ten of Pentacles, to the Nine of Swords, to the Three of Swords, to the Two of Cups in reverse. That's pretty significant. But I still feel like at the end of the day, they still have love for each other. They still love each other. They're still family. And they're focused on, what's in front of them, their business, their child, all of that. Or their children. I can't remember if Papoose have children, but I keep seeing Remy's child. That's why I'm saying that. So something's definitely happening here. So let's go ahead and pick up these cards. And what I'm going to do next, and I don't want to make this reading super, super long, but it says, the status of Remy Ma's relationship with Papoose has been a trending topic online and the battle rap world for the past few months. So this has been going on for months. All right. So I know Tasha just caught wind of it and posted it, but from what I'm hearing, this is my third time seeing that this has been going on for months. They say the Terror Squad rapper has been accused of cheating her husband. Remy finally addressed the rumors. Now, of course, you guys know Tasha did do a good job of showing the video where, Remy was at a battle rap situation, and this guy named Geechee Gotti brought up the allegations, right? A lot of times, with battle raps, they bring up stuff that's happening around them, the things that they're hearing. But this man was like damn serious when he was saying this, okay? So he brought up the allegations against them, and Eazy, the black captain, is the one who's rumored to be the one dealing with Remy Ma. Now, if you just cut the video silent and just watch her body language with him, with Eazy, the black captain, Remy Ma, his energy, there's something happening, right? It's literally like you didn't even need to do this reading. This reading is more about like if Remy Ma and Papoose are gonna last. Is this gonna, are they gonna stay together? Or like, you know what I mean? Even there was one, they had him at a restaurant. That could have been a business meeting, but the way they were leaning in towards the table, that's couple energy. I know he was in an interview on, I think it was in his car, and she was in the background, and he kind of tried to get her to go silent. For what? Like, if this is just business, it's business. What's up? How you doing? I'm in the building. Whatever. So there's some energy there. You can see. Even when she was interviewed, this impromptu interview where the guy was asking her, well, how do you feel? Were you comfortable? As much as she was smiling, she was uncomfortable, right? Her energy felt uneasy that she was being questioned about this. She looked amazing. And I love her presence. But there's definitely, when he was asking her the question, she did a great job of holding it together. But you can see underneath that she had a nervousness about it. Like a nervousness about it, right? So let's ask the question, the elephant in the room. Also, they said that allegedly Papoose got into it with this guy, Eazy, the black captain. All right? So let's get into it. Are the rumors true? Is Remy Ma and Eazy, the black captain, do they have a connection that is beyond work? Are they feeling connected emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually? What's going on with Remy Ma and Eazy, the black captain? They have the Tower card, the Sun card, the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. They have the Nine of Pentacles. I could see a lot of work. I could see a lot of them. You know, let me say initially, it started out to me as business, right? When you look at that Ace of Pentacles, that Ace of Pentacles represents somebody taking an opportunity to help a person, help each other. That's like business venture, new start in business, achievement in business, working hard in business. There's a lot of aspects here that represents business. Even the Nine of Pentacles, to me, is about people who are trying to take care of business, job energy. Seven of Pentacles, taking another path, right? Getting back into a battle rap like you used to, right? Back into the trenches again. I think for me, when you see somebody, when you see the Sun card, I definitely feel like something, I don't feel like they went into it intentionally, but there's something about they have feelings for each other. Now, I did read on it yesterday, and the reason why I didn't release that one is because I had too many breaks where I had to keep stopping the camera, so I decided I was going to redo it today to give one good. I don't like to do a lot of edits. I don't like to have a lot of breaks. But yesterday, they did have the Ace of Cups, the Lover's card, and they did have, I believe, the Sun card. And he had the King of Wands for her, and she had the Empress for him. So, and they had the High Priestess. So when you look at all of that, and then this today, I definitely feel like it started off with business in mind, but from the moment they really connected, they had a thing for each other. That Ace of Cups connection. If I'm going to be honest with you, if she doesn't work out with her husband, I could see her totally with this guy. And I could see this guy totally with her. He seems to actually like her, right? And she seems to actually like him. Now, I'm going to just put it there. But even outside of this, when you just look at, even like at one point, I guess he was talking, she was standing behind him, and then he faced her. It's just the energy. That's not what you do with your coworker. That's not what you do with your homeboy. That's not the energy you giving somebody you just cool with. That's the energy you giving your man, okay? Or somebody you're dealing with. So, I definitely feel, they did have, before I pick this up, there is a Tower moment here. So that tower moment could represent something did happen. I know there was rumors about Papoose and him tangling up. That tower moment could represent something happened, right? Somebody's pride was affected. Somebody's pride was broken. Collision happened. Queen of Pentacles is also here too. I don't want to not speak on this. Jealousy, right? Jealousy ensuing. Also, that Nine of Wands is here. Somebody, going through a time of uncertainty around what's happening, working through it. And even in the Eight of Pentacles, that could also represent somebody being a hypocrite. When I read on it yesterday, I could see where their relationship has hit like even a stagnant point. But I feel like to some degree they were okay. But how sometimes when you're married, and especially a long time, you've been together a long time, you get these moments in your marriage or your situation where you have stagnant moments. Because they did have the death card, Remy and Papoose, which represented some stagnancy, right? He definitely feels like he is aware of it. They had the aspect of gossip. So remember, this has been going on a few months. I just read that here. But he, in his messages from yesterday, showed that he is aware of all of this. It's not news to him. Again, remember, he's supposedly tangled up with this guy. But even when I just read this today, and I read today about the tangling up with the guy. So yesterday when I read it, it showed that he was aware of it. Give me the energy around Eazy, the block captain. I see that he likes Remy Ma. There is a connection between them. But, if she decides to run off, and it's just hypothetically, with this man, can he be trusted? Will he be the person that she needs him to be? You can see he does like her. But, obviously, there's some rumors that he's running his mouth, right? So, can Remy Ma trust Eazy, the block captain? Can she trust him? He gives me a younger Papoose, and I'm not talking about, they're not much younger than each other, but like he could be Papoose's brother. They have the same type of similar energy and style. Give me the energy around Papoose, Remy Ma, and Eazy, the block captain. Can Remy Ma trust this man? And they have the World card here with the Justice card, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords. Being with this guy is fun. They look like they have a good time together. I would be very careful of just destroying my long-term marriage for somebody, this guy, because he does have even though he does come off really, he has an honesty aspect to it. What you don't want to do is give up a long-term relationship with somebody you might not even end up long-term with, right? Her and this man don't have long-term aspects together. So, maybe some people take a chance and just, a chance at feeling renewed and re-energized and take a chance and throw their little marriage caution to the wind. But I can see in her messages, she would be a fool. She's got the Fool card in reverse. It's literally telling her she would be a fool to throw her relationship away with Papoose. It's like basically, the Fool card represents being a fool, but in reverse energy, it represents being careless and making a stupid mistake and being reckless. It could also represent you being taken advantage of too, or being naive. As much as I think this guy likes her, too, I feel like you really need to know who he is to know he's not going to be talking and squawking. And if you get with him down the road, he's not going to be trying to, do you like Kelly Clark's husband and be trying to do you in, okay? Not that you have Kelly Clark's money, but you do your thing. You're gonna find yourself on the receiving end of foolishness. That Queen of Wands is in reverse, right? And that Queen of Wands represents you're gonna find yourself facing some obstacles yourself dealing with this man, because he ain't Papoose. He gonna have third party energy, right? That means he gonna be having other people in the equation, whether you know it or not, or believe it or not. So you might want to really think. That's why that Justice card is here. That Justice card is like you really need to think through what you're doing, because you might get yourself in a situation and it looks good and it feels good, but it's temporary energy. And you have messages around it being a mistake. It's not permanent. It's not permanent. And y'all are both going to move your separate ways. And then you're going to be left, if you just example, if you stay with this, if you decide to go on with this guy, just know you're the Queen of Wands in reverse. That means you're going to face some obstacles with him because he's going to have third party energy. What is third party energy? 3 people, 2 dealing with other women, period, point blank. And now you've sacrificed your relationship, withdrew from your marriage, right? To be with somebody that at the end of the day is not going to be with you 100% when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done. And then with that Justice card, if you even get serious with this person and say, let's just hypothetically go get married with him, he could take you to court and try to act like he want this. He going to be a Stevie J on you, huh? So good luck to you with that. I think he definitely likes her. He does have the King of Wands in the back of this hand. So I do feel like he does like her, right? I definitely feel he does like her. He's very charismatic. His energy, right? This is what that talks about. And then, you know, again, so I can see how she would like him. Give me the energy around Eazy, the block captain. Again, what type of relationship would he have with Remy Ma? And the reason why I'm even doing the reading this way is just to see, like, if you know, you can see there's something happening, and you can see she really likes him. But what's the potential? What are his true intentions for Remy Ma? What are Eazy, the block captain's true intentions? So we're gonna go ahead and take this 2 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, that 2 of Swords, and that Sun card. All right. At the end of the day, you know, he needs you to help him with his career, but just know, like, if all of this falls out and he mess with you and y'all go together, it's gonna it's gonna destroy him. Like, y'all might as well just pretend y'all not together and just, you know, come out at a later date. If you decide that, because of that 7 of Pentacles, that talks about all the work you've done with this guy. He's literally demolished because people have so much love for Papoose. Even in the 2 of Cups is a turnoff, right? So, you know, back in the old days, in the golden days, even before, you know, a lot of us were born, you know, when people left their spouse for another person, it destroyed the other person's career. This means, like, he would probably be okay as far as the battle rap. As far as him really rising through the ranks, people are not listening to that. Even that 2 of Swords could represent, you know, having a stale, stagnant energy in his career. And even with that Sun card too, that talks about his, you know, again, damage. Intentions, I can see this guy likes her. I can see he wants to deal with her, but she'll just know, as she gets to know him, she'll know that he's not the right fit for her. The communication at some point is going to become broken in tension. And even at the Sun card in reverse energy, that could represent obstacles as far as expectations are concerned. This could represent ego. But all I have to say is just be careful breaking up one thing for another. I always tell people, when you're breaking up with people, or when you deciding to take breaks from people, because it could also just be we decided to take a break. When you decide to take breaks from people, make sure you're doing the right thing, you know, because, you know, you don't want to get into a situation where you lose something that has been a solid for somebody who's not even a permanent. So let me go on Instagram, and because it's 23 minutes into it. So Instagram did provide me a lot of questions. I'm just going off of what I was just feeling energetically about this situation, but I am going to go to Instagram and look at some of y'all's questions. Y'all did have some really, really, really good questions as it relates to this. So let me go ahead and pull it up. I just don't want to make sure any music is playing, because that's also what happened yesterday when I pulled the questions up. The music was playing. I was like, damn it. And you know, you can't play music on Instagram, on YouTube, because you get demonetized, the video. So, the question they had yesterday was, has Papoose ever cheated? Or was nobody really believes he was faithful to Remy the entire time? Spirit, give me the energy around Papoose. Was he completely faithful to Remy Ma when she was in jail all those years, right? Did he have other relationships? Did he see other people? Page of Pentacles. He was pretty committed to Remy. Did he have friends? He has the Justice card. That's a loyalty aspect. But let's ask, did they have an agreement where he could deal with other people, see other people? Did he have friendships? Did he have people that he was seeing outside of her that she didn't know about? Six of Wands, Six of Swords, Hermit card, Seven of Wands. This man has a lot of aspects, almost like saying he just kind of honored the relationship. You know what I mean? That Page of Pentacles is his commitment to the relationship with Remy through her legal situation. This talks about him being on the up and up. You know, usually when you see that in reverse, that's like a person that's having infidelity and disloyal. Not that it wasn't easy. Well, not that it was easy, right? He has hermit aspects, which means he protected himself. This is his truth. He has two cards of truth. He has the Seven of Wands as well. And that Seven of Wands can also talk about maintaining control and balance. So King of Swords, that is to be the most disciplined man, right? The King of Swords. Did he ever like just spirit just a situation shit? Let me try to get something out of this. A little friend, a little person he talked to, even if it was just once or twice. Page of Wands. Ooh. The Knight of Cups. The Nine of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles. And then the Strength card. That Page of Wands could be like, let me just say this. If it were something, if it was just for pleasure, like somebody just getting you off, right? No relationship. Page of Wands could be somebody who's getting pleasure or satisfaction, right? But there's no strings attached. You're not my girlfriend. We're not together. We're not seeing each other. We're not dealing with each other. Basically, all right? So it could be that type of situation if you get my drift, okay? But I don't see where he was in a real relationship where he was talking to somebody every day. So painting the picture is almost like you get somebody to come and fulfill your need, basically, right? Pretty much, all right? Do they have an open relationship, Spirit? Remy, Ma, and Papoose. Do they have an open relationship? Are they open, you know, before all of this happened with Eazy the captain? I don't feel they have an open relationship. That's a conflict. That's a conflict when you ask that question. That's a no. Like, that's not a supported thing. Even in the Wheel of Fortune aspect, that Wheel of Fortune could be like, that's not something we do. I could see where they could probably have an agreement, like, oh, you know how sometimes people like, they'll have like, we'll do that one, you know, if he asks me or we like it or we'll entertain it. But you just, open relationship to me is like, we're both open to dating long as we tell each other. I don't feel like they have an open relationship. And I also feel like the situation with Remy and the black guy, the Eazy black guy, this feels sneaky. This feels like somebody who was doing something and then it's the bubbled up. So this feels like somebody who could have been sneaking around and then it started to take a turn. Remy, Ma, and Papoose are still got 10 of Pentacles energy, which means they're going to always be family, going to always have love. And they still look like they have time together if they decide to do that, right? That's what it looks like to me. But I don't see where they have an open relationship. Let's see. I see where somebody asked a question, were they truly happy, like Remy and Papoose? I can see where they were pretty good, but they had a stagnancy energy there, which means the relationship started to have, people start getting antsy, after a while. Somebody asked, is the cheating scandal true? Based on these messages, there's something to it. All right, there's something to it. The Four of Cups can represent somebody who had bad intention. The guy Geechee Gotti, he did it for clout, to get his name out there. I think people are making it like, we're trying to twist it and turn it all kind of ways. But that Four of Cups can represent they have an alliance and is not always what you see. I definitely feel like they have something going on still. They enjoy each other's company. Somebody ask, will something be addressed? I can see it being addressed eventually, right? I can see it being addressed straightforward eventually. And they still might not tell you everything because it's not your business. And even though Remy, Ma, and Papoose have been out on for a long time, you know, they don't share a whole lot, and I think they're going to continue that. I think if they address it, it would be touching it lightly. Okay. Somebody asked was he loyal while incarcerated. Same question. Feels like he looked like he could have had a moment or two to get pleasure, but it doesn't look like a girlfriend or a serious situation. Have there been any other infidelities on both parties? Page, Queen of Pentacles, the card of Temperance, the Lover's card, the Death card, the Eight of Pentacles, and then a double card. When you see that Lover's card and that double card, that could represent people like kind of like seeking sexual gratification in their relationship. It could be the knowing and unknowing. I know when Remy Ma was in prison or jail, she gives me the energy like she could have been like having little hookups with girls, but that's just me, you know, like because she manly. For the most part, they have in their messages, they were pretty cool guys. So to answer that question, I do feel like they were like in their messages, you can see that everything wasn't always like they never. I could see pleasure moments in there, if that makes sense. I'm gonna word it that way. Question: will they get divorced, Spirit? They had a couple of legal cards in there. Gossip. She still loves her husband, but there's something about feeling bored. Drama breaking out. Mistress. The man is a mistress, in my opinion. Page of Cups energy coming through here. Okay. When I read it yesterday, they do have like a separation aspect, but their separation aspects feel really new. It feels really, really new. Disloyalty is here, right? There's a separation aspect in there. That's for sure. All right. They definitely had a couple of Justice cards and King of Swords aspects there. That can also represent legal situation. But it feels relatively new. Again, Charlemagne was right when he said he saw them like a couple of weeks ago. But hey, maybe she's trying to flow back and forth between her husband and this guy and trying to figure out what she wants to do. That Nine of Cups is saying she's making a mistake if she decides to do that. Will they work it out? Will they reconcile? Will they make it work? They had the Ten of Pentacles. They have a Tower moment coming. The King of Wands is here. The Nine of Cups. You know, people can choose in their messages, you know, hey, I want to live in my purpose, in my process. So let me say this. I do feel like Remy Ma and Papoose, they love each other. And I do feel like they have respect for each other. I feel like something is going on with that guy, and it came completely, it wasn't intentional. I mean, not the cheating is intentional, but you know, it's not like she went into it with that. She went into it with business. Something's developed over time. I feel like she still have love for her husband. She still have, you know, I can see, like, it's hard because you can see her still trying to make sure he stays in her life. They still have marriage here, even though the marriage shows struggle. They still have marriage even though it shows struggle. So let me wrap this up by saying, be wise the choices you're making in your life, because even though Eazy, the block captain, sounds like a good choice right now, he looks like a good choice and you're having a good connection with him, he's not for the long term, right? Even though you feel like you could make him long term, or you feel like it could be long term, it's not for the long term. He's not the guy you're going to be with in long term. You're going to experience third party energy with him, all right? I could see a Tower moment happening where they could have, you know, again, take their leave from each other. The gossip, there's a truth to that gossip. There's some truth to that gossip. I definitely feel like this man and Papoose have tangled up, and they could tangle up again. Let me say this. It's going to be up to Remy, because she just wants to be happy. That Nine of Cups is a person who's focused on their well-being, their stability, and their mental health, and what they want for themselves, right? Maybe, you know, when you look at that situation and that death card in reverse, the relationship becoming stagnant, you know, her trying to get back into the battle rap scene, that could be a person who's trying to get back into their purpose and their passion, right? And that guy represents that for her. So all I'm gonna say is I wish them the best of luck. At this point, this is just a rumor, but there's some truth to it. And it feels like they've been dealing with each other. It feels like some months. So, I know people have been saying there's been rumors for months, but it really truly does feel like months. And if I had to give it like less than 1 to 7 months, less than that. All right. Other than that, that is the end. That's all. I think I've answered every question. Let me see what time it is. It's 35 after. So I'm going to shut this down. If y'all have any further questions about this, we can do a part 2, okay? But this is going to be part 1. Or just, if you don't see a part 2, listen, and this is the way I work. If these readings, y'all ask for these readings and these readings only do 2,000-3,000 views, I'm not doing a part 2. It makes no sense to do a part 2 for readings that don't, if I can get the reading at 5,000 views, yes, part 2. But we're not sitting here doing no reading for no part 2 on no, $2,000 view, 2,000 views, 3,000 views. I'm not doing it. All right. But so it's contingent upon how well this does. So make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share it. Commenting throws it in the algorithm. Liking it throws it in the algorithm. Subscribing to the channel grows the channel. But, if you want to see this do well, like it. Like the video so it can push out into the algorithm. And then if it does well and y'all want a part 2, then we can do a part 2. But anyway, let's end on a positive note. We wish this couple the best. They have always seemed like they really care and respect each other. And I hope they work through it. My concern, and I always tell even my clients, you meet this guy and he seems like, the grass is greener. Just make the best choice that makes sense for you. Right? Because you don't want to leave something that's stable for a person that, maybe the first couple of years y'all good, but then now you got to deal with other women and bullshit, and now you done left your situation, and now what? Right? So, because I can see her running into trouble with this guy, and that trouble could be other women, but that trouble could be also them tangling up in terms of communication. It could be them tangling up with Papoose if they really try to make this work. All that. All right? So, at the end of the day, be wise with the choices that you make. The thing that you think is so great will turn up to be the worst mistake you ever made in your damn life. And I always tell people that just the way you start is the way you're gonna crash and burn. Starting being in a relationship upside down, you're gonna crash and burn. That's why they always tell you, when you get into relationships with people, upside down, they never work out. They just don't. Like, I don't care if it's 3 years later, 5 years later, they just never work out. The way you get them is the way you lose them. Period. Peace and blessings. And again, like, comment, subscribe, and you can book with me at BlueNolaTarot.com. I do have a special, BlueNolaTarot.com. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I just had to fuss about Charlamagne in the beginning because I'm like, child, shut up. Why are you even on here? Why are you talking? Why just replace? Get replaced. Take the whole show off. We're tired of y'all anyway. Peace and blessings. Bye.